Hey, Marcus here, sword and sci-fi guy, and today I will be talking to you about Viking swords. This video is brought to you by Winless Steelcrafts, who sent me their Battlecry Maladin Viking sword for review. And that review is upcoming, but I wanted to take a moment and talk about a few things that are interesting about the Viking sword. One of those things is the tip. The sword that came before this, the gladius, and the swords that came after, the longsword and the arming sword, all usually had a more pronounced, more acute tip. And that was because they were primarily focused on increasing thrusting potential. And Viking swords don't have that for kind of two reasons. The first is they wanted to be able to cut along the entire length of the blade. And a wider tip means you can cut better with the very end of the sword, giving you a lot of chopping options. Another reason has to do with the armor of the time, the most popular of which being chainmail. And even though it's not as easy as some people make it believe, you can definitely thrust a sword through chain. But it's believed that in the Viking mindset, they had other weapons that could do that better, axes and spears. So they focused the sword more on dealing with lightly armored opponents. And the other thing that I wanted to mention has to do with the grip, especially the pommel. Now, this battlecry from Winless has a longer grip than normal, so this isn't really an issue, but historically we found that this bit right here can dig into this meaty bit on your hand. And that would be quite an issue during prolonged combat. So people believe that the Vikings held their swords more like this, in a bit of a handshake grip, kind of similar to sabers with the thumb in various areas. And that means that the pommel isn't bumping up against this too much because it's already sitting against there. So there you go, couple Viking sword things.